Hey, it's your buddy Tim Schul here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And this video is geared towards mid-game players, Gold 2, 3, 4, who are struggling with Arena and need some ideas on how to farm Arena more effectively, where you're getting more wins, mitigating your losses, and collecting those medals to fulfill your Great Haul and get that all nice, bright, shiny gold. So, I am going to take you through, I run 4 teams based on who I'm facing, and I'm going to take you through my process and how I select the team I'm going to face, and then how I select the team that I'm going to use against the team I'm facing. So the first thing I do, and I think everyone needs to do this, is figure out what your strengths are. Are you a super fast? Do you have a super fast arbiter with a speed-tuned second and are able to just nuke through content, or do you need to go second and build a tanky team, or do you have more of a cheese where you can do some unkillable stuff? There's a lot of answers, but you have to figure out what your strength is and then gear your team to go against teams you know you can beat, because you don't want to waste arena medals on losses, right? So I have 4 teams I run. One is a blender comp where I just go through and I try to find teams I know I can beat. One is a strip and nuke team, and then I run a team against Torments, and I'm trying to put a team together against Hegemons, but he is honestly very, very difficult to deal with. So I'll take you through each of those teams, but the first thing I do whenever I'm selecting an opponent is I look at their experience, because to me that's the most important thing. So a guy with a Hegemon at 63 is going to be much easier to beat than a guy at 89 with a team that looks like it's, composed of 2 epics and, a single target killer. I guarantee this arbiter is fast as lightning. So bam, she goes, she decreases your turn meter, he locks you out, and then Annie just goes around and kills you. So I will not be facing that guy. I'm level 80 right now, and I will look for teams up to 85 if their team doesn't look like it's going to be all that tough. But really, I'm looking for teams lower than me that I feel like, because I've had more experience, I've been able to farm more gear, and I'm going to be faster than them. So I see a guy like this. He's running a very standard. He's going to try to beat you with speed with the arbiter. He's going to try to strip your buffs with Madam, decrease your defense with Tyrell, and then block your debuffs with Sepulture. So I think I'm faster than him. So I can run my blender comp, which is Skull Crusher, Sinesha, and Longbeard. If you don't know, it's an ally attack where she speeds up, he allies attacks. These girls both hit twice, and everybody sits down. So hopefully I'm faster. As long as I'm faster, we shouldn't have a problem. Now, my Longbeard isn't perfectly speed tuned, so there are times where people are able to jump in and makes the run a little tougher. So luckily that one went very well. Now, the second team I run is more of a strip team, where I'm looking at teams that might have some tough buffs to deal with, either shields or the like, where I need to go in, I need to strip their buffs off before I can nuke them down. So possibly a team like this. Now, this guy's not going to be super fast. He's got 1 reviver, 2 revivers, defense based. So he's going to be tough. So we are definitely going to have to strip some buffs. So I have my arbiter as my speed lead. My deacon is going to hopefully reduce their turn meter and put decreased defense on them. My Kaimar will strip their buffs and hopefully put them to sleep. And then my Trunda will come in and finish the job. So 182, which tells me they're not super tanky. I don't know if you guys know. I'm sure you do. But team power is more based on resistance and defense than it is on anything else. So you can't really tell how fast somebody is or how what kind of damage power they might have based on their team power. I've seen teams in the 90s that just wiped me out because they were super fast and had great nukers. Where a team like this, 180, where they're building a defensive team, is probably not too difficult. So as long as they're not some crazy fast Duchess, I think we should be fine here. So we're gonna speed us up. You can see they they're all very low on their turn meter. So now this will be very telling. If I can hit this and all their turn meters drop, I know that they don't have a super great resistance. So you see these two guys resisted. So that's not super great. So we hit 2 of the decreased defenses. Hopefully we can strip them here. We did not. So this could be tough. We'll see. Can Trunda come in and finish the job? Okay, she got one of them. She got one of them. Let's see if we can get rid of some buffs here. Oh, we got 2 of them. Of course, Duchess revives. It's awful. Let's see. It doesn't look like anybody's ready to go. So maybe we can take her out. So we'll reset all our. We'll speed us up again. Luckily, they're slow enough. And then we'll try to get rid of. Okay, so we got rid of both of their. So now we can put it on auto, and it should be pretty much done. So now sometimes this guy's a Gorgorab, and that gets even more difficult. So, but usually a Mausoleum Mage isn't going to be too tough. So we just have to cycle back around to our Trunda's nuke. So there goes their damage. Now all they got left is their buffer. So again, I was pretty confident I could beat the guy because while he had a pretty nice champion, Duchess, oh my gosh, I'd love to have her. His experience was low enough that I knew he probably wasn't able to farm the gear that he needed to farm. Now what I'll do is I'll show you my Hegemon team. So here's a low experienced player, a lower experienced player, with 3 actually really good champions. So he's obviously been very lucky in his shard pulls. So he's got some amazing champions. So I'm going to put in what I feel like is my my best chance to beat a Hegemon. Now this is dicey. Now the all-star in this team is Molly Tankheart. So I don't know if you know, but Hegemon's obviously going to go first and hit her. Now if anybody hits her, she increases everybody else's turn meter. So the idea is Hegemon hits her, she increases everyone's turn meter, and I'm able to go right away. So I'm going to go with her, and then I'm going to go with Seeker as my lead. If you don't know, Seeker is super good as a lead because of his passive, right? His passive is if he gets hit, he'll heal himself, play an increased defense on all the buffs when he's on all the teammates when he's critical hit. Now, AoE nukes from a Foley don't happen all together. They start with this guy, and then they go to this person, then go to this person, and they go to this person. So if Foley, or if he's a Nukemon, like if he's a high damage Hegemon, hits him, he's going to automatically place that heal on himself and the decreased defense on everybody else, which is going to be very helpful. Molly's going to increase everybody's turn meter, and hopefully we can then finish the job. So I'm going to go him as my lead, and then I'm going to look, and she's in a shield set too to give me some extra. Then I'm going to try to get him for a little staying power, and then my Mausoleum Mage, who is in an immunity set, to strip the buffs if he does lock out all my skills. So again, I haven't had super great luck with this team. I'm probably 50-50, but again, I'm trying to learn how this goes. So you can see he came in right away. My Mausoleum Mage is my second fastest, right? So he's going to be able to now strip off these lockout buffs. And I'm going to take Molly, and I'm going to provoke all of them. Well, hopefully all of them. And of course, Foley does his awful stuff. And then we're going to let it run. So, okay, so we got the last provoke. We got... and you can see what's coming in clutch here is his super big defense keeping them from just nuking us all down, right? So and then Mashallah is so difficult to deal with in these because they just can't get a turn because he's got that terrible fear on him the whole time. So you can see this worked out really well this time, right? Their Hegemon came in, crit hit both Seeker, who threw up his increased defense, and Molly, who increased everybody's turn meter. And then I was able to strip the debuffs off myself and then get the turn and finish that. So the last one I want to show you is my Torment Team. Again, this requires some very specific champs. If you don't have these champs, you probably will. You'll at least get one, which is the Dark Elhain, but you kind of need two because the RNG, sometimes she'll freeze herself. But here's a good team, right? Low experience, so I know their gear isn't going to be super good. Low team power, so they're not really, really tanky. So what I can do is come in with my speed lead, which is Arbiter, and then I'll come in with Deacon, who's going to throw up some buffs as well and get people to freeze him. And then I'll come in with my two girls, my two Dark Elhains, who will just nuke him down as he tries to, as his passive tries to freeze everyone up. So here's my two, where's my Deacon? There he is, okay. So let's switch this one. Okay, so the idea here is I get to go first. She throws up her buffs. He freezes. These two bust out of the freeze and just nuke them down. And they never really get a turn because, well, they're dead before his passive even wears off. So we're going to go in auto. You can see she froze, but my girls are going to pop off here as they did not like that. Took out their Reviver, and that's going to be it, right? So he's going to do his crazy freeze thing, and off we go. You know, see, froze people. See, this is what happens sometimes. Is they'll come out of their freeze, buff themselves, and then get refrozen. It's kind of why you need two. Sometimes they will both freeze themselves, and that's just bad RNG, and you kind of have to go back in. So anyway, I hope this video helped. If you like these videos and you'd like to see some more, please like and subscribe to the channel, and look forward to seeing you guys next time. Be well.